But we're going to get started with NBC News correspondent Hala Gorani in Tel Aviv.
Yeah, let's start with Israel's military offensive in Gaza. Israel says it is making progress, so what's the latest?
Right, Joe and Savannah. Well, you mentioned there that the Israeli military is going deeper into Gaza. It is continuing to expand its operations. And that really is despite these reports that Joe Biden, the U.S. president, is behind closed doors, but also more and more openly pressing the government of the Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu to perhaps wrap things up. There is limited time, according to many of the sources we're speaking to keep this operation going at its current levels of intensity, certainly. Now, you spoke of the military operation. The Israeli Defense Forces are announcing the deaths of 10 soldiers overnight, 9 in a single ambush in the Shajia neighborhood in the northern part of the Gaza Strip that is outside of Gaza City. So what you're seeing here is really an intensification of the military operation. And when the Israeli Defense Minister says that Hamas is on its last legs, it is certainly able to still cause a lot of damage and a lot of pain to the Israeli military. So, and in the last few days has continued to send rockets. So this is the messaging that is being sent to the Israeli people in this country, but it is not on the ground, it seems, what is being felt by the military in the Strip as it continues its offensive.
Let's talk more about these calls for a ceasefire that are growing this morning. That vote, we referenced it in the UN. It's the second like it in a matter of days. Also, the second time that the U.S. has voted against it. Let's talk, though, about this growing international pressure for a ceasefire. Is it possible that that could actually happen?
Well, we're not hearing that the Israeli government is heeding those calls. They are continuing. They're at least publicly saying that they will continue until they reach and complete their military aims, which is the complete dismantling of Hamas. But don't forget, Hamas is not just a military group. It is also a government. It is also at every level of the civilian infrastructure inside of the Gaza Strip. So defeating it militarily doesn't mean defeating it as an ideology and as a group with the aims that it has. So militarily, it is a long shot, but certainly in terms of completely dismantling the group, there are many observers that would tell you that it is practically an impossibility. And so these stated military aims, are they even achievable? That is going to be the big question going forward.
And Hala, those growing concerns for a ceasefire have been fueled by the humanitarian situation that continues to unfold in Gaza. On Tuesday, the Palestinian foreign minister accused Israel of starving Gazans. It is a charge Israel calls obscene. Take us through what is happening on the ground.
Well, the UN aid agencies on the ground would agree with the Palestinian foreign minister and not with the Israeli government. They are saying, the World Health Organization, for instance, that 9 out of 10 Gazans don't eat every day and that half the territory is indeed on the verge of starvation. There is very little food going in. There is very little aid, almost no fuel. And the U.S., by the way, the U.S. National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan is saying that more crossings need to be open into Israel, including the Kerem Shalom crossing, which is on the Israeli side at the intersection of Egypt, Israel, and Gaza, not just for inspection, as the Israelis have agreed to, but also for transit of some of these commercial and aid trucks. That hasn't happened yet, and there is pressure as well on that front on the Israelis for that to happen. Back to you.
All right, Hala Gorani, thank you so much.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.